Welcome everybody to Minor League Tag Pro Live, bringing you entertaining and high-quality stream every Monday night. I'm your play-by-play commentator for today's Second Skin, joined by Nulfin. Today's match is going to be between the Quack Boosters and Lag Prone. Just a little bit of background information by the numbers for these teams. The CAC Boosters come in as the first overall seed in the conference, plus 85 cap differential, and a 17-1-0 season record, and coming off of 4 wins in the last 4 games. So great job by them to really put some solid quality team together.
Hey everyone, this is Nelfin here, and I guess are we moving on to the rosters already?
Not.
Are we?
Well, so.
Are we still doing by the numbers? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the workflow. It was just all you. That's why I wasn't talking. No one gave me a break in to talk. I'm happy to keep talking, but I believe we're still in the midst of by the numbers, which I thought was all you.
That's right. No, I was just making sure your mic was hot.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No worries, man. I'm here. I'm just Pithy's having an aneurysm in the background right now. You can hear him. Please, someone go, find Pithy's mom to make sure that she can make sure he doesn't pass out.
All right. So moving on to Lag Prone, they are third. So it's a first versus third in this last week in the season. They have a plus 36 and 11-7-0 season record as well. And they, just like the CAC Boosters, have won their last 4 games. So both teams coming in hot here, ready to put together some solid Tag Pro.
So yeah, the CAC Boosters, we're looking to see Mr. Fruitsy and Protagonist on offense, and then Fly and Ishii holding down the defense. Looking at some of the stats here, as you said last week, Fruitsy and Protagonist each putting up 8 or 9 caps. Fly and Ishii, 24 tags, 27 tags. And the defense actually was splitting time there. They got that in 20 minutes. And that's something we're going to see with CAC Boosters, as they do have folks to rotate through. Jake from State Farm, Catalyst, and the April Fool are all possibly going to see some playing time tonight. Gasp-wise, last week, CAC Boosters were super dominant. Fruitsy with a 9.9 gasp and Protagonist with a 10 gasp. Both 10 overall and O gasp. So they're coming extra hot this week, and so we'll see where things go from there. Both Fruitsy and Protagonist, their 4th competitive season, won the World Beeries with Protagonist on this World Beeries 4 with Protagonist and Soviet Ballers. Fly and Ishii have also been around a while. Fly, her 4th season in competitive Tag Pro, a couple with ELTP as well. And Ishii's the new guy with only 3 seasons in competitive Tag Pro. And NLTP Season 5, he was the outstanding supporting player on Blockwork Orange. And you got to give it up for supporting players, as they often don't get all the glory, but they certainly get the wins. Anyway, why don't we go over and see what's going on with Lag Prone?
All right, Lag Prone, looks like our starting 4 is going to be Hark Mollis, Atom Bomb, OJ Dude, and subbing in for Remo Slice, it looks to be Ludafisk, but that may be subject to change as well. Hark and Remo are the general starters on offense, while Atom Bomb and OJ Dude have been on defense. Hark is got a lot of jukes in him, and he's played well in limited minutes last season on Lag Prone, so second time on Lag Prone, where Remo Slice is more all-around offender, and also played on the Mooper Ball winning team last MLTP season, so definitely bringing some competitive fire and also a winning tradition. So he has been there, done that before, so he knows a high-pressure situation, so look to him to make some clutch moves, where Atom Bomb is a Miners rookie. We have a lot of experience in the CAC Boosters side, but on the lag prone side, we're looking at a more raw team. So be prepared for a couple of rookie mistakes on the lag prone side, but also some risks that may pay off from them. So a lot more in flux than the CAC Boosters, who seem to be a more solid, skill-oriented, consistent team. OJ Dude bringing the Miners experience to that defense. So, but once again, a risky player. So that's what I expect to see for the teams. A lot of risks taken on the lag prone side. Just hoping to get some well-timed apps, some nice moves, some great jukes. That's what we're going to be looking at on the lag prone side.
Sounds good. And we've got two maps that actually really support, some risky moments here. We're looking at Wormy and Rush tonight. Both not the biggest maps in the world, and some boosts to really get you around. So do we want to get into maps?
Absolutely. We'll start off with Wormy. This is its 4th season in competitive play on the MLTP side. Very offensive map, but it is a little bit slower pace than Rush is. Lots of snipes, just like you said, lots of boosts there. And some key things to be watching in Wormy are going to be those bombs. So make sure you take a good look at how those offenders use the bombs, or how the defenders can also defuse them to prevent escapes by the offense.
Yeah, and just as competitive as, or much competitive we've seen on Wormy, it's been kind of a favorite now for at least, I don't know how old it is, but I feel like it's been more than a year, coming up in a year and a half. Rush, though, a map that a lot of people initially didn't think would make for a good competitive map. A pretty, straightforward map, 45-degree base from one base to the other, and it's played rather well. You've got two different boosts to grab from. Your pups are kind of out of the way a little bit, and those spikes are just in the wrong place in general. So your defense is able to set up blocks. You're able to boost around folks. There's just a lot of opportunities for good teamwork and making things happen if you're working together.
Absolutely. So just as a quick announcement, talking about the maps, and we're going to have a break in between those two maps. Teams have to switch, captains have to talk about, but we are going to bring something to you during that halftime break. It's what we like to call the Jump Up Challenge. So be prepared for that. It's comment !jump in the chat if you'd like to play. It's a game where we try to get as many pups as you can during the short period of time. The winners get a chance to play during the Super Bowl. So comment !jump in the chat. Be a follower MLTP Live if you'd like to play.
And it looks like we're getting off right now with Wormy. CAC Boosters versus Lag Prone.
CAC Boosters are in red right now, Lag Prone in blue, and some spawn switching for them. Not really necessary, though, because the power-ups are delayed this first time. I'm a big fan of the delayed power-ups.
I wasn't the one to say it this time. But yeah, it's funny because Wormy is one of those maps where you can't really see all of the pups easily when you're spawning, and so a lot of people just automatically are, switching to try and get those pups.
Mr. Fruitsy had a really early out there, but wasn't able to get it quite into base, but we do have a regrab train already for the CAC Boosters.
Great block by Fruitsy there, and they're going to get the cap.
Excellent job freeing up his other offender, giving him just enough space to get out of there, and a nice return by the defense just to make it so it was a 2v1 block in base. Mr. Fruitsy coming in again for another cap, trying to put it in there. Gets by Atom Bomb and has a boost, but Lutefisk will be able to grab the flag and Kiss to cancel that.
It was a good effort. Unfortunately, that spawn, or I guess someone died and they weren't able to get regrab.
That's right. Mr. Fruitsy got the rolling bomb at that top base, or excuse me, top pup, and is going to come in for a cap. Almost has it, but Lutefisk is right there. Goes Flag Pro, though. And Hark Mall is going to be able to get out for the first real opportunity for the lag-prone team as they really haven't been able to get out of base against this CAC Boosters team.
And they didn't have a full reset there, so
Ludafisk now as out again.
and that's the furthest the red flag has made it on the map so far tonight.
Mr. Fruitsy coming in quick. Atom Bomb spikes himself, and Fruitsy has an opportunity here as there's 2 in base, but Harkmal is able to get out from Jake and Ishii.
And getting all the way to that side of the map is going to make their regrabs a lot easier.
Yeah, very difficult to get regrab if the flag never leaves that little base, because while Wormy is a relatively offensive map, it has an incredibly small base for an offensive map. So you have to get out of the base in order to set up a regrab, and if you're not able to do that, it's just going to be very, very difficult to score caps.
Yeah, and I think what makes it so offensive is just there's so many routes to take. I mean, it looks, a little bit small, but if you start counting, there's 2 different options in so many different places that cutting all of them off is really difficult.
Fruitsy with a real opportunity here, and we'll get it. Beautiful cap by Fruitsy. Nice return by I'm Fly.
And they've got a nice little rotation here.
Yeah, Ishii's coming in for another cap, but he's got 4 in front of him now. So tough work, but I've seen much more difficult caps happen here in Wormy. Those corner boosts are cleared by Atom Bomb. One of the easiest ways to get by is using those boosts just as to sneak up through in between people. And now we have some pups coming up. Ishii had a chance at that rolling bomb, decides not to get it, and smart choices. He almost comes in for the cap. If he had just taken a half second longer, could have really lined that boost up right there and possibly gotten out with another cap for the CAC Boosters.
He's doing a great job just holding. I like that he waited for the power-ups before trying to go in, but he may have wanted to have taken advantage of them leaving for pups to work his way in, because they got that reset.
Absolutely. So 6 in one, half dozen in the other. Do you wait for pups? And he did, but didn't end up getting that rolling bomb that did spawn there bottom. A lot of risky boosts already being taken, like we had mentioned in the pregame for lag prone, trying to make something happen.
Fruitsy in that corner boost, that's just beautiful.
OJ with a nice return. Fly and Ishii trying to contain Atom Bomb, but waiting for those pups. Ishii gets bullied off it, and then a spike there as Atom Bomb records the first cap. CAC Boosters can't really be happy with that, as they definitely had the advantage and just weren't able to capitalize on them. An unlucky boost right into the spikes is going to be the downfall to their first cap. As Fly's going to come in with a rolling bomb, though, nice defuse by OJ, and Lute is going to try to get out.
So, a few blocks get Ludafisk out.
I'm a fan of the name Ludafisk as well. I don't know, there's something about it. It sounds like a Swedish fish. Does anyone know what Ludafisk actually is? Like, for real, I'd like to know. And Jake from State Farm, once again, a lot of opportunities here for what a juke by him, as he's just got to get by 2. But I'm Flying Ishii, while they had some blocks, they just weren't quite enough to clear him out. And a brilliant snipe by Ishii. Nice job, as Mr. Fruitsy's going to come in, looking for a cap. And gets it off of that. What a move by him. Ludafisk not sitting right in the flag, but he will be able... Oh my goodness.
Gets the sniper turn with a tag pro and, passed for. That was just clutch.
Absolutely. Ishii had to hit that to prevent a cap, and he gets it perfect. A little bit of miscommunication, it looked like, from the lag-prone side is he didn't move out of the way. If he's past 4, you just get out, so he's the quickest route into base.
Well, if the boost was there, you can potentially boost off of that back tile and get in front of them. So,
right.
Not necessarily a bad play, but
not necessarily a good one either.
Yeah.
As OJ Dude looking for a snipe on Fly, not getting it there. Another round of pups.
Ooh.
And pups.
Just gonna say that was a bad bounce off of Jake.
Ishii with a great snipe almost gets the return on Atom Bomb too for a double return there from him. Atom Bomb is completely contained though, as
Ishii with that juke juice is just dangerous on defense.
Absolutely. And right now the pups have really been in the CAC Boosters' control as they've had 11-7. So CAC Boosters controlling those pups, not really given an opportunity to the lag prone team, and taking a 3-1 lead is going to be hard to come back for lag prone with 3 minutes left to go in this half. Looks like we have time for another round of pups here. Fly, looking like they're gonna push it. Could definitely sit around and wait for the pup. Instead, goes right into base. Has some time to pick up a Juke Juice bottom and will be able to grab it, but so does Atom Bomb up there at the top. Hark Mollis can't get out as I'm
And if they get that block, overshot the boost. But they've got.
Oh, what a bomb by OJ, dude, preventing another almost sure cap from Fly.
Yeah, and that was just good play by them, and that unfortunate boost from... I wonder if the Juke Juice kind of
threw him off.
There. Yeah, with that boost.
Ludafisk now, he's out past 2, and looking to come in through that corner boost, and has a lane, and a block, but a beautiful defusal of that bomb by Fruitsy. And Fruitsy's now got some space to go, as no one in the base for lag prone.
Yeah, he was almost past. He was past 4, but couldn't get out left. Jake with a nice rolling re. Atom Bomb picking up all the tag pros though.
A nice kiss for his own return there from Jake, as OJ Dude's got to get by Ishii and won't be able to. But Hark Mollis has a regrab there, and Ishii since he got tagged by Atom Bomb, wasn't able to really contain Hark. But still, Hark's not able to get by the CAC Boosters team. They've just been doing a great job on defense. Ishii and I'm Fly.
Definitely.
And a nice bomb there to return that fly carrier for the lag prone. As Fruitsy getting chased by OJ Dude, and Atom Bomb had Re for a little bit, went off it to let Ludafisk grab it. As here's an opportunity for the lag prone, not able to capitalize from it, as Ishii now has that rolling bomb, grabbing the flag and will be able to get out of base here. Nice move by Mr. Fruitsy, blocking that snipe.
Ooh, Ishii just squeezed by OJ Dude, but that bomb from Hark Mollis slowed him down.
And Ludafisk with a great defusal of his rolling bomb, pushing the CAC Boosters team out of the way, giving him just enough space to walk in for the cap. As
Absolutely. These small bases, you know, the bombs are just so powerful. Oh!
And a beautiful boost by Mr. Fruitsy. That was absolutely phenomenal. And a nice bomb there by the CAC Boosters, and fortunately a great snipe there in the last couple seconds. Keeping the score 4-2 there, with the CAC Boosters having a lead.
So yeah, that was a very strong start.
So, my standout player from the half there, absolutely Mr. Fruitsy, putting on 3 caps in almost 4 minutes of hold. Phenomenal job by him holding the flag, and a great job by both defenders. I just give it to him because while the defenders were both great, he really stood out with some fantastic boosts, using those corner boosts to get into base and also to get himself free from some chasers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at his hold, he had almost 4 minutes of hold and fewer grabs than any other offender out there. You know, and the other offenders had, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. He had almost twice as much hold and fewer grabs. So he was just absolutely clutch. Ishii, though, I saw doing lots of great stuff. He was, solid as a flag carry. He has over a minute of hold on just 4 grabs, and yet he still managed to get 15 returns and 17 tags. So he was, obviously playing the aggressive, dominant role to Fly's more passive contained, but Ishii was getting it done.
Absolutely. Taking a quick break here just to let you guys know, we're about to close those jump up signups. So if you want to compete in our special Minor League and Major League Tag Pro Live halftime challenge, comment !jump in the chat. We're going to be picking those winners real soon, so this is your last chance to get in. And remember, the top 3 leaders of the scoreboard when the when the Super Bowl comes are going to be automatically in our final jump up game. So make sure you comment !jump in the chat, follow Minor League Tag Pro Live, and be on Mumble so that we can contact you, and you'll be able to enter in a chance to play and possibly win and have yourself showcased in the Super Bowl. CAC Boosters, really nothing for them to fix. They did a great job on defense. Ishii, being the hard sniping defender, while Fly was playing a very solid contain, and with Mr. Fruitsy just absolutely manhandling the lag-prone defense. They just weren't able to get a whole lot done. Though the score is only 4-2, so definitely space for lag-prone to come back.
Absolutely. We're switching servers, too, so that, always has the potential to throw a little kink in things or give someone that extra, 10 or 20 ping or reduction in ping that just makes their jukes that much tighter, the corners that much sharper. So I'm, not filing this one away as over yet by any means. Other thing I'm looking at from last half, the support on the CAC boosters. We've got 54, 14, 40, and 40, while the lag prone is much more in the 22, 12, 20, and 30. So there's a whole bunch more blocking going on from CAC boosters, which I definitely saw. I remember, I think it was Jake gave just that little nudge as Fritzy was coming in to get past, and I think that resulted in a cap. But just a lot of, little blocks here and there kind of add up in terms of getting the plays made.
Absolutely, and we're just about to start this second half of Game 1 on Wormy. So, like it's been said in the chat, we're about to be picking those winners as soon as the half starts. So, be watching your Twitch whispers and be ready to be contacted on Mumble if you get selected.
And we've got Envy in on, I'm assuming, offense for this second half.
Yes, it looks like Envy and Remo Slice are offenders for lag prone. And substitution protagonist coming in on the CAC booster side.
For Jake, yeah. We'll see what effect all that has.
Absolutely. And just as a side note, CAC boosters are up 4-2, so a comeback needed this half if lag prone wants to take the win. Now, while we're waiting for them to start, just going to talk a little bit more about my wonderful co-commentator here, Nulfin. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm really excited to have you for this game.
Yeah, no, I always enjoy coming out and talking about games, because for some reason people want me to keep doing it.
That's right. But really, it's always great to have someone come on, and it's I really enjoy having different people to talk to each week. So great to see you back. I know we've had you on a couple times, but it's great to see you back once again.
Yeah, it's good to mix it up. I definitely find that you end up in patterns if you're with the same person week after week, and so mixing it up a little keeps things fresh and maybe drags people in directions they wouldn't go otherwise. So I'm always happy to give Pithy an aneurysm.
Pithy really enjoys when things go wrong in the stream. So make sure you just comment and chat as much as you can to see just how angry you can get Pithy.
Especially if they're minor. Please bring up the minor things in stream, because that's really what Pithy prides himself on, is getting every little thing right. So he does want to know if there's something minor wrong. I suggest everyone just spam chat when it happens. No, I'll stop trolling you, Pithy. I'm sorry.
This is much more fun. So, thank you, thank you all the viewers joining us. Make sure we're going to be streaming some playoff games coming up soon. So make sure you check those out. We're going to be streaming the best playoff games that we have, and going to be just as high quality as all of our other ones. And we're going to make sure to bring you the best experience that we can. CAC Boosters pretty much secure in their number one spot, and really showing how they've earned it so far, though.
And we're still just getting things started. I'm not seeing any changes. I'm guessing someone is just talking to their team, getting them psyched up.
Yeah, taking some time here.
I will say kind of the pregame talk is really important because, once the game starts, for the next 10 minutes, it's just on your team. There's no timeouts in minor league tag pro. It's just you got to play and you got to know what you're supposed to do. So the coaching is very much done in between halves.
And coaching is really the big difference between a team that's good and a team that's great. So good coaching, really important in tag pro, just in every other sport. All right, and we're just about to start here. Lag prone in blue this time.
People still
lag
switching
prone in red
sides.
this time, excuse me. And CAC Boosters in blue. Really excited. Some spawn switching once again, odd for both teams. Most teams with these delayed pups just choose not to switch their spawns. And Mr. Fruitsy out already, 15 seconds in, and he's already got the flag. And trying to give Protagonist a chance to get out. OJ Dude goes for the solo and eventually does get it. Protag though able on get that regrab and trying to sneak his way out. Great boost off the wall there by Protagonist. And Mr. Fruitsy looking like he's about
Trying
to be
to get
contained.
past 4, yeah. No one really. I mean, I guess he used that bomb to buy him a little space, but
Some quick grabs for the CAC Boosters as they aren't able to get anything out of this early push, and Remo Slice out for the lag prone, giving Hark Mollis a great route. Protag looked like he was trying to line up that snipe. Doesn't take it though.
we've got the first set of pups. Having the flag out is always a good way to kind of get pups, although CAC Boosters are going to get 2 out of the 3.
But the one that the lag prone does get is a tag pro. About as dangerous as you can get, and Remo Slice, great job. He just needs to walk Hark Mollis in and snipe not
Doesn't even
happening.
need to walk him in. Just kind of like, hey, out of here. So we're looking at a 1-point game now.
Absolutely. Remo Slice coming in, making some work happen on offense. So great job by him with that tag pro, getting his fellow offender out and the first cap of the half.
And it's funny to see people using tag pro leads more because a couple seasons ago that was what you always did. You got a tag pro, you gave a lead, but then around season 5 was when regrab really took off, and suddenly a tag pro lead was not as important as regrab, and we're seeing it kind of bounce back a little bit. You know what? I think I want the cap.
Once again, Remo Slice this time with the flag, but 2 tag pros for the CAC Boosters, gonna get them a nice grab out of base.
And Adam just kind of backed off to get a contain further back. They're able to get the return. But yeah, Adam Bomb did not want anything to do with those tag pros.
And another opportunity here as Hark Mollis has a flag and a route to get in, but takes the boost a little bit awkwardly, and Ishii's there for the quick return for the CAC Boosters.
A lot less hold on the CAC Boosters this half. They're looking at a total of maybe a minute in the past 3 minutes, whereas on lag prone, we're looking at a minute and a half already.
A chance here, but OJ Dude and Adam Bomb in great position. And another pup battle is about to happen here as we have all 4 of the lag prone members of that mid pup.
All 4, everyone went for pups.
And all 3 pups won by lag prone. And
Oh.
a great block by Remo, but a
great
beautiful
bomb by
bomb.
Fly.
Remo Slice with that juke juice and now has a lead from Atom Bomb. Should be a nice cap if they can just get the return here, and they will. Remo Slice tying it up. Great sub by the lag prone team.
Absolutely. And yeah, all they could do there were try and hit those bombs to make something happen, but you can only wish upon a star so many times.
Yeah, OJ Dude lets a pro tag out. He has an easy walk in for a cap. That was a very strange positioning by OJ Dude. He kind of moved out of the way of pro tag. Pro tag with some nice little micro jukes.
Yeah, and just the offensive D was not, lined up properly. I don't think they realized that he was really out so well. Guess they're used to folks coming out the outside where there's still a contain you can set up mid. And
Fruitsy has
ahead.
And a Hark with a great snipe. Has a rolling bomb he almost picks up, misses it for a second.
But he can spike himself with it. He just really wanted to protect that rolling bomb. Like on Pilot when there's a rolling bomb in the middle and you spike instead of letting it get diffused.
And Hark gets diffused there. Fly almost snipes him on that bomb. Great job by Fly to at least contain him, and Hark Malice does get returned there. It's once again a 1-point lead for the CAC boosters, which is, from what I've heard, the greatest meme.
The 1-point lead?
Well, no, the CAC. CAC is totally a meme.
Ah.
And Ishii with a friendly kill for his own team. Nice snipe by Ishii, as the lag prone team is probably saying there.
Yes, Protagonist actually called it a dank move.
Fly getting that return though. A couple tag pros one for each team, and Remo barely avoids Protagonist there with that juke juice, giving him some space to get out. As Fruitsies gets returned by Atom Bomb, and Ishii is pinned in the base. Nice job to kiss by by Ishii there, I'd have to say. And Protag almost gets by. Hark in base was just a couple tiles off the flag, but all three CAC boosters in base there make that a little bit too difficult.
And Fruitsy just got out of there really quick to get the regrabs going again.
Another tag pro for the lag prone team, as OJ Dude with a return
Gets
here
the
could
solo.
get Remo Slice in for a cap to tie the game back up. And another tag pro spawning as OJ Dude is about to run out, but Hark's going to have another one there. And a real opportunity for them to take the lead, as a unfortunate bomb as Protagonist is already over by the base. A sacrifice here from Ishii. Oh! Hark Malice goes right into the flag carrier as Ishii tried that sacrifice. And now he just needs to get by Mr. Fruitsy, and I'm Fly with a beautiful boost to get in front of him there.
Yeah, that was one where I'm not sure who it was, but someone was near that boost and just wasn't able to take it from her.
Like I said, so quick second here. The winners are being picked currently in the chat. If your name comes up and your name is not a Darch because he cannot win, then make sure you check your Twitch whispers.
Mark making his move, that's past 4. And Atom Bomb gives him the backboard to get the cap.
Nice job by the lag prone team as they have now taken the lead. It is 6-5, and Remo Slice coming in for another one. Has a block.
No,
and a beautiful
Protagonist.
angle by Protag, taking the perfect angle just in time for the return.
That was a very clutch play. I mean, being down by 1 on this map is one thing, but going down 2, that would CAC boosters have only lost 1 game this season.
Lag Prone trying to double their loss total here. And they're in a pretty good position for it as Hark Malice is just got 2 in base. Atom Bomb looking for a pup there, it looks like. And OJ Dude uses the bomb, but it gets fly out and a rolling bomb. Able to get defused, though. Able to take it back. And a smart kiss there. But Atom Bomb's going to be here on Rolling Re for a little bit, so kiss here from OJ Dude probably be the best option for them if possible. And that's what it looks like what he's going for.
But now a Protagonist has a more recent Rolling Bomb, and he's asking for a kiss.
Atom Bomb uses his Rolling Bomb to get Remo Slice some space, and Protag now has that Rolling Bomb
That's
looking
out,
to get in
yeah.
front. And it's just about to expire, as you said, and it does. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left, the CAC boosters need one to tie and one more
Oh,
to
it's
win.
looking good. Oh, but Hark with that sweet grab off the bomb.
Almost gets bombed. If Mr. Fruitsy waited just another second longer, he would have been able to get another return. But here's
Honestly-
another option for Lag Prone, as Hark's the only one left. Oh, he needed to just clip that corner to get out, but misses it. Remo Slice now taking his time trying to get out in front. He has to know that he has the lead and to play safe.
Yeah.
Hark Mollis now with that rolling bomb, gonna try to get out from Fly, and bombs him towards the boost. Fly's gonna try to take that out. Protag calling for anti. Smart call right now as they only have 30 seconds left and they need a cap immediately. And I just don't think it's going to happen here as Hark
Yeah.
Mollis staying relatively safe.
And
Has
they
a
left
chance-
3.
Yep, and now instead of Fruitsy with that rolling bomb, it's Protagonist. But he does have a chance here with 9 seconds left.
No.
Not quite. Remo Slice waiting on that boost, going to use it to his
3,
advantage and just
2,
wait out the clock.
1.
And that will be only the second loss for the Quack Boosters.
Yeah, that was, quite a turnaround. OJ Dude really stepping up the O and Hark and Remo just getting the caps. 6 minutes a hold between Remo and Hark. That was really the difference between the first and second half there.
Ishii kind of quit out a little bit early, so not sure how.
Little
Yeah,
salty,
anger,
maybe.
little anger there, or possibly just some internet connections. All right, so standout player for that half and the game, I'm gonna have to go to the sub Remo, just coming in hot and picking up 2 caps for him, helping out with a third, really clearing out the CAC Boosters team, allowing his team to come back from that 2-4 deficit they had.
Yeah, and I mean, OJ Dude on defense, 24 tags, 22 returns. That is just huge.
Absolutely. We're just about to start this jump up challenge as soon as Adarsh gets everything set up. But just as a reminder, here's a look at the leaderboard for the jump up challenge. Fractal, Mr. Joe Hobo, and Adarsh up at the top 3. And they're slated to be the 3 contestants during the Super Bowl, but there's still time for you to come back and take that top spot. Just make sure you follow Minor League Tag Pro Live or Major League Tag Pro Live, MLTP Live. Whenever a game's happening, we'll always run this jump up challenge, give you an opportunity to make this leaderboard. Looking like you need about 328 pups, and you'll be able to slide your way past Adarsh right into the final 3 for our very last jump up challenge of the season coming up during the Super Bowl.
And we need to get someone past Adarsh, because otherwise someone else has to run the challenge. So, someone beat Adarsh.
That's right. Raven, Project, and it looks like Refined are our 3 contestants. So hopefully one of them is going to come up. I'm going to put my hat in the ring for Raven. I really think that he's got a chance to really show up his gravity skills here on this map.
Yeah, I'm not making any bets yet. This map very much, if you haven't played it before, I don't know how many of these people, if any, have played it before, and so how you do is very dependent on knowing exactly how to play it.
A little bit of some disbelief in chat that Lag Prone beat the CAC Boosters. LeBron James doesn't believe it. He's completely not stunned by the upset here. Never mind. It looks like Adarsh is actually going to be playing, so he's put himself in.
He's protecting his legacy.
He's afraid that Raven's gonna beat him. He's got that fear. And here we go. We're just about to start this jump up challenge. Remember, the goal is to get as many pups as you can. It's unlimited jumps, so use all your jumps. Raven taking the outside here. Adarsh going on the other side. Looks like Raven's an early lead for Adarsh, it looks like.
Not by much, though.
And Raven does take the lead now. It's a very close back and forth battle between Adarsh and Raven. And Raven with a beautiful spike on Adarsh. Gonna try to... Oh, and Adarsh comes back, bombs Raven into some spikes. Adarsh takes the lead back at 250. Raven very close at 245. So look, we're getting real close to there. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to get that 328 needed because just three great players. And Project quits there. Unfortunate for him. He's back. He's back. He is back. And Adarsh going to pick up 301 pups, 303 at the end. Able to surpass Raven and Project, but not enough to get on the leaderboard.
I want to say I think Adarsh was kind of doing a little third-party thing. You know, he didn't need to win. He just needed to keep the other two from getting enough pups. he's Raven calling him out. Rigged.
Raven saying that Adarsh is calling the CRC. They're calling in the CRC on Adarsh.
The CRC has no authority.
Unfortunate.
Adarsh has a 2-week ban from Jump Up.
That's right.
It's kind of interesting because I think it seems like part of scoring high on Jump Up is the people you're competing against not being good. Because we had 3, solid contenders there, all fairly close. So what was the spread between the top and the bottom?
About 40 pups total.
Yeah. And so there's not a lot of room there when you have 3 clustered like that for anyone to take, to kind of really come out ahead and hit the top of that leaderboard.
And we're not quite ready to go on the second half. Once again, this is going to be the Pi server, which is the lag-prone home server, if I'm not mistaken. So might be an advantage for them to start out on their home server this time, as they made a beautiful comeback on their home server during that first game.
We're moving to Rush now, which they played week 1. I'm wondering if people are feeling more confident in it, or if people actually took the effort to go back and look at game tape of their competitor to see what sort of stuff they're likely to pull.
I really like Rush. To me, it feels like Velocity light, Velocity with fewer pups, and instead of a bomb on each of those corners for the 1 and 4 lanes, some team tiles. So I really enjoy Rush in terms of I feel like it's a much more balanced Velocity. I really enjoy Velocity, so
I think that's a very apt comparison to make. It's possible to hold on, but it's also possible to kind of get your defense set on and get blocks and caps.
Right. There's a couple. There's only 1 or 2 ways into base. Whereas Velocity, you have the bomb, you have the bomb in the other corner, you have the boost, all of that. It's a little bit a condensed, less pup-heavy Velocity, and I really think its inclusion in competitive is a great change. Looks like we're having a couple change here for the CAC boosters, as Catalyst is coming in for Ishii.
Okay.
Lag prone staying pat on their Remo Slice Hark Mollis offense, OJ Dude Atom Bomb defense. So they're looking to get another lead here, and we'll see if Rush plays a little bit better for Lagprone, or if CAC Boosters is able to come back and win game 2.
And this lineup for Lagprone is the lineup we had kind of predicted, them starting with something else. I don't know if it was server related. We are on Pi again, so that might suggest both reasons that CAC Boosters changed, as well as reasons that Lagprone stayed the same.
1.
Both teams clearing those boosts by base right away, trying to delay the offense as much as possible. And Remo with a beautiful boost to get out, as Mr. Fruitsy is the only one in front, but gets in the lane that Remo Slice was trying to take there. Nice move by Fruitsy, allowing I'm Fly to get back.
Yeah.
And
It's interesting.
Remo blocks Hark and gives him some space, and he tries to split the D there.
Yeah, it was interesting because I guess was that Hark racing in with that grab, because he didn't really have a lot of, he had to take that when he was going low. If he tried to go up and over, he would have lost momentum.
Remo Slice tries to put a block on Mr. Fruitsy. If he'd been able to.
Oh!
And beautiful pixel cap there by Hark Mollis,
Squeezing
giving
it in.
Lagprone a lead, and 2 pups for the Lagprone team.
And now Hark's just being a bully, pushing Fly into spikes. Now he's going to grab off him too, right?
And 2 quick returns there. Remo Slice taking that on O. Hark Mollis with the Juke Juice. Gonna try to get by, can't quite use the boost effectively, unfortunate for him. And a beautiful move by Remo Slice to get by Fly. Protag with just a clip by Hark Mollis, and
The
Remo
blocks
Slice
are there.
has a second cap. CAC Boosters need to make some changes. It's we're not even 2 minutes in, and it's a 2-0 game so far for the Lagprone team. Hark with a beautiful boost, almost gets by, but Mr. Fruitsy in perfect position there for the return.
And the problem CAC Boosters have right now are really just kind of getting out and keeping their regrab chain. They've got it now as soon as I said that, but they didn't have a whole lot of hold prior to that. They still have under 30 seconds of hold.
And Protag with most of that hold right now. Remo Slice just putting in work. And Mr. Fruitsy has a chance for a cap here. Doesn't get it. Atom Bomb with that Juke Juice able to push I'm Fly out of the way and get out. I kind of thought he was going to get, just a couple seconds of hold there before the return, but he does a great job getting out. And OJ Dude with another return. Mr. Fruitsy and I'm Fly, the only one to beat. Can't beat him, though. Her.
I'm assuming that's Fly Molo.
I use the impersonal M, as in EM. Fly don't hate me. Hark using the really seeing effective use of those boosts by Lagprone, and almost another cap from Hark Mollis. Mr. Fruitsy just able to get his ball edge there. He edged him.
Okay. More information than I needed to know.
And 2 Flacids puts Remo Slice in a relatively good position, as Atom Bomb has a nice block. Catalyst!
Juke's the Catalyst with the Juke Juice.
What a move by Remo Slice! Ridiculous juke there. Catalyst has to feel like he's just not done what he needs, as I don't think there's anything he could have done, as Remo Slice put that nasty little one-tile juke on him.
Yeah, that was just dirty. I saw Swerve, the notice that Swerve had joined the group. I wouldn't have been surprised if Catalyst just quit after that. I'd be like, nope, I'm done. Sub someone in.
Like the well-known Ishii juke in the 2-tile space. If anyone's familiar with that GIF, it's a great one.
What's this word GIF? No, just kidding.
It's the old GIF argument coming up.
Tonight on Minor League Tag Pro.
We debate phonetics. OJ Dude with a brilliant spawn to defuse Mr. Fruitsy. This half has been all lag prone these first 5 minutes. Just great use of those boosts, the team and the yellow boosts, as I call them.
Lag prone seems really comfortable on this map. I mean, CAC boosters know the map, but it seems like lag prone, like, this is like their backyard.
Absolutely, and OJ Dude with a double block had Mr. Fruitsy and Fly, but couldn't quite free Hark. Little known fact, Hark Mollis really likes veggie straws.
Which one is his favorite?
I don't know.
Because aren't there like 3 or 4 different vegetables in there?
There's the green and then like the orange and the yellow ones. Catalyst gets a snipe there on Hark Mollis, and Protag's out past 3. Remo Slice has to get ahead. A snipe attempt from the tag pro'd up OJ Dude is not enough, and that's the first cap of the board for the CAC boosters.
It's a nice little grab from Atom Bomb though to get the regrab train going.
Hark looking to make Mr. Fruitsy miss and does a nice job getting around him. But I'm Fly and Mr. Fruitsy will be able to get him there, as OJ Dude tries a snipe and a kiss from Catalyst and Atom Bomb. The two defenders a kiss, and Fruitsy gets a cap. Beautiful boost by Fruitsy, putting the score back on as the CAC boosters coming back hard and fast these last half so far. And 2 Flacids gives I'm Fly a nice back wall corner, and they'll be able to get the cap to tie it up. The first 5 minutes all lag prone. These last 2 have been nothing but CAC boosters, so...
Yeah, they just want to make us eat our words. It's return for cap on both sides right now. Okay, Hark backed off.
Hark with that juke juice really had the advantage there. And looking to push hard for another cap as Atom Bomb gets I'm Fly, but Hark pushed a little too hard too fast. And Catalyst with a nice return on Remo Slice. They seem a whole bunch more comfortable now.
Hark with a nice little grab as the last man on OD there. Risky move, but worked out.
Hark with a nice kiss, getting Remo Slice the flag again. Remo Slice really been the difference from the lag-prone roster, but takes a little bit too long at the boost, gives the CAC boosters a chance to get out as Atom Bomb misses a snipe on Mr. Fruitsy.
Oh, and Hark's out of position.
And that'll be the 4th cap in the last 3 minutes for the CAC boosters. Just doing a fantastic job, bringing the game back after being down 3-0. And now it's Lagprone who looks lost and confused.
Yeah, I guess Lagprone was maybe going for pups there. They, their defense was kind of spread out, even though the flag wasn't initially out.
I'm Fly doing a nice job waiting behind that spike, making OJ Dude miss his snipe. Good job by them. As Mr. Fruitsy going low, OJ Dude, if he had just sat there, had a chance. And unfortunate spike there, and a nice block by Catalyst gets Protagonist just enough to get out.
Oh, and the anti-read pays off as Protagonist comes in for a cap. And they've got another one. The blocks are there? No. I mean, they're there, but... Oh!
And yes!
Suddenly a 6-3 game.
6 caps straight for the CAC boosters, giving them a huge edge. And it should be another one here as Protagonist just walks Fly right into the flag. It's gone from bad to worse for the CAC boosters, as it's 7 straight caps.
You mean for...
Or bad to worse for Lagprone. This is why they pay us so little, because we're not very skilled.
Oh, that was almost a beautiful move by Protagonist. OJ with the grab, though.
OJ avoiding Catalyst, looking for that solo.
I would have maybe taken the kiss there. All of Quack boosters were so close to their flag, and they had a clear re.
Absolutely, definitely a missed opportunity there. But
can't really argue with results right now. It's 7-3.
No, I'm not. The CAC boosters seem to know what the hell they're doing right now.
7 caps in under 5 minutes is absolutely insane, even on a fast-paced map like Rush. Just unexpected after that first 3 caps. And Protag with a great split on Atom Bomb and OJ Dude.
Just runs right over the flag tile.
Remo Slice able to get by Catalyst for the time being. And Atom Bomb with a nice return. Protag is kind of pinned, and misses the boost up through there. Fly needs to get out and does a good job, but OJ Dude will be able to get it. There's 4 seconds left. Can they come in for a last cap?
Nope.
No, Remo Slice had the, if it was about 2 seconds longer, Remo Slice had the cap, but unfortunately that's why we set time limits.
That was a pretty intense half.
Absolutely.
It started off very heavy on Protag, but they just went cold, and CAC boosters nailed them for it. Hark and Remo so hot initially, 6 minutes of hold between the two of them, but only managed the 3 caps the whole time. Whereas Fly, Protagonist, and Fruitsy were actually doing most of the holding there, and each picked up 2 caps apiece. I guess that's the 3-0 strat, with Catalyst picking up the D. Who do you think for player of the game of the half?
I mean, that CAC Booster's flurry was so fast, it's really hard to put a finger on who exactly took it off, but I'd have to say that first cap coming in from Protagonist really set the tone after that point. So just in terms of momentum change, I'm going to have to say Protagonist really brought it during that second half of the first half.
Yeah, it's funny because that the first half of that game, it was lag prone, operating like a well-oiled machine, and then it just entirely switched over to CAC boosters. You know, the caps, everyone on CAC boosters capped. It was split so evenly. Even, returns, offense is up there with, 7 returns each. It was very much kind of a team half there, at least the second 5 minutes of that half.
Now we'll see if there are any other changes here.
And pups were pretty even. 11 pups for CAC boosters, 9 for lag prone.
So, some CAC boosters, what to expect next. Well, since next week we are looking at the playoffs, they are the number 1 seed. We still have, this last game still helps determine seeding, so we'll take a look here at some possible playoffs. CAC boosters win, the lag prone will get the 4th seed, so lag prone getting the 4th seed means that there's still a couple games left. I'm not 100% sure on this, and Nolfin, I don't know how informed you are for the Miners playoffs, but still some seeding to be determined here. But CAC boosters looking set in that number 1 seed, and it should be all of them.
Yeah, there's pretty much no way CAC boosters can be anything other than the number 1 seed. They've got 17 wins. Boost and Dynamo is next with 13. So even if they lose this game and Boost and Dynamo wins 2, they're not going to take away that number 1 seed. Lag Prone, though, currently in the 5th seed, tied with OK Hens. Second through 5th, there's only 2 games separating them. It's 13, 12, 11, and 11. So if Lag Prone can pick up another win, that does a lot to move up their chances at a higher seed.
Just an update. You said Boost and Dynamo is the number 2 seed. They took game 1. They lost game 1 to the Adrenaline Boosts, but took game 2. So split for Boost and Dynamo. Pretty sure that secures. That's CAC boosters were as secure in their seed as you could possibly be there. So.
Yeah.
Even with that game 1 loss out of nowhere, with a great comeback in the second half by by Lagprone. Lagprone going to be looking to repeat that second half miracle once again.
And we're looking at a 7-3 first half, so they need to make twice as many, or they need to do twice as well as they did the first game. They need to make up a 4-point deficit.
Absolutely. But as we've seen, it is absolutely possible for them to come back for the win. Doesn't look like they're making a change here, as it's going to be Hark and Remo Slice on offense with OJ Dude and Atom Bomb. I really don't think that's a wise decision, not because of any of the players' skill level, but purely because of the fact that after such a debilitating meltdown in the second half of that, the first part of Rush, you really need to put in a little bit of fresh blood just so that they feel more confident. And confidence is super important in Tag Pro, just in any other sport.
I feel like also in minors, people don't know the other team quite as well, so subbing in someone just kind of throws an unknown at the team and gives the potential for just things being a little bit different, like having a different color commentator with you, and just changes the entire feel of things.
So, some side notes before, Lagprone does in fact clinch the third seed with a win or a tie. So they could be looking just for a tie here and still get that third seed, but if they take a loss, they will fall to the fourth seed. So
I think we're finally getting ready to go here.
yeah, we're launching right now, and once again, my favorite part of any minor and Major League Tag Pro are the delayed pups, so we'll see if the teams decide to change their spawns just for slightly better starts, even though it has no effect on the pups that they may or may not get.
I feel like you're just trolling Pithy at this point.
No, I would never
I feel like
do that.
I may have encouraged that.
I would never do something like that. I am a saint, Nolfin, and you, of all people, should know this, that I am just a fantastic and wonderful person who would never, ever troll.
What, was Saint Second Skin too long of a name for Tag Pro? You could just, abbreviate it ST.
Yeah, but I can't get the period in there. It's there's not enough for the space. And I don't like the caps in the middle of a word. It's just not my style of name.
Well, obviously I don't like caps anywhere in a name, so...
Remo Slice already out, but Fly with a nice job taking that boost from him. And Hark looking to get some jukes out as Jake from State Farm's ahead 3.
That's return for
needs
Cap
to stay
if they-
alive. Once again, this half starting out crack boosters, but just like the first half, the person who comes out the strongest not necessarily going to be the person who wins.
Although if I were CAC boosters here, I might just, try and keep a solid make sure I die away from the flag, or just cap. And now they've got the rolling re.
Definitely an opportunity here. And
there they go
Fruitsy
again.
with a beautiful defuse. We're a minute and 15 seconds in, and it's 2-0 Cat Boosters this half. 9-3 overall.
Fruitsy with a nice little move, but Atom Bomb gets the boost spawn just in time.
Minor League Tag or MLTP.info. If you're aware of the score, you put 2 caps on the Lagprone team when those were Cat Boosters caps. Just as a side note. Sorry, I'm updating our wonderful friends that run MLTP.info, as they do a fantastic job, but they are prone to mistakes every once in a while, and I love their work. So just making sure that they get the
Great
correct information.
positioning by CAC Booster's defense there to both keep them in pup position and cut off as many of the channels routes as possible.
Fly using that rolling bomb, but can't quite get out, but does free up them for another shot at some regrab train. And Mr. Fruitsy just needs to get by OJ Dude and just can't.
And both the defenders were away from the flag, so the rotation kind of killed their re-grab. And there they go. Now it's only down by 5, 9-4. This is where they make their move. I say that half in jest, but it could easily happen.
Absolutely. It's we still have 7 minutes, plenty of game left to play. As the previous half showed, 5 minutes is all it takes to get 7 caps. So,
Though 2 more pups for CAC boosters.
yeah, very dangerous right now. CAC boosters with that Tag Pro on D means that they're not getting a grab at all, and Fly's going to be able to use the Tag Pro to free up Jake from State Farm. Catalyst needs a snipe here on Hark, and Remo with a beautiful block. Puts Hark Mollis in a position for a cap, but Fruitsy, a nice use of that boost to get out and get the return.
Why is Remo not getting re? There we go. Okay.
Oh,
We've got a sub here. Ludafisk is in for Remo.
I think Remo, I believe, is a closer to the western central player, so perhaps his radius ping not quite as good as he'd like.
Double Tag Pro for CAC boosters now.
They've commanded ups these last couple rounds, and that's just going to make it difficult for Lagprone if they, want to mount any sort of comeback.
Lagprone have not gotten a single pup this half.
Ouch! That can't be good for Lagprone. There is they definitely need
I
all
will
the
say
help they can get.
neither has Jake from State Farm, but
and Catalyst with a dank snipe on his own player, and follows it up with a dank return.
So if I were Lagprone right now, I would be really thinking about pups because, it's gotten to the point where maybe you don't have timers, and there's a Lagprone pup. Adam Bomb gets a juke juice.
Keeping it on defense, and so does I'm Fly with that rolling bomb. No really need for them to take it out, as Hark Mollis is free and looking to get the first cap in quite a fair bit of time for the Lagprone.
It's been pretty quiet. They did have the last cap, so it's been quieter longer for CAC boosters. But CAC boosters also don't need the caps as much.
Yeah, CAC boosters do not need to come back from a 7-2 deficit. And an unfortunate boost spawn there throws Jake from State Farm right into the spikes. I wonder what Jake from State Farm's wearing right now. Do you think he's wearing some khakis?
Maybe he's wearing a slightly unamused expression from everyone making that joke.
I guarantee you he is.
I mean, it's something you basically open yourself up to, but...
Right, just like, no matter what, I always will hear the second skin, more like foreskin jokes. Because that's, how people want to read it. But it's okay. If you're okay with the jokes, they can't
and your
hurt
massive
you.
foreskin. I mean,
yeah.
When you've got that much foreskin, people are going to talk about it.
This edition of Minor League Tag Prone Live brought to you by Pithy's Aneurysm Doctor. And Jake from
look
State
at those
Farm.
blocks. He misses
Oh
it.
my goodness, he misses the flag. That's just unfortunate.
He'll be sweating about that one in the locker room after the game.
I wonder
Two more pups for CAC boosters.
I wonder what the sweatiest Tag Pro player ever was. There's got to be someone who's actually legitimately broken a sweat.
God, what the hell was that guy's? Possibly Lou Blue, because I remember he broke his desk.
I remember that post.
Cyber Mistakes also got pretty heated sometimes playing.
I haven't seen Cyber Mistakes in ages.
Catalyst passed 3, and they've got a block. That's going to be another one.
That might have just put the game out of reach for Lag Prone here in the second half.
CAC boosters say we may not have won both games, but at least our cap differential didn't suffer.
Absolutely. They had that 85 cap differential to come in, and they definitely didn't lose any unless Lag Prone makes a comeback for the ages. They would need about a cap every 5 seconds, and I just don't see that happening, unfortunately.
They need to bad news balls it. Oh, and there's another one. Let's see if Jake can hit the flag this time.
And he does. Puts it at a 4-1 half.
Nice grab from OJ dude to get out past 3. Blocks are there.
And they will cut the lead in half to just 2 on this one.
Hey, they pick up a pup too.
I had a chance at 2, but Hart didn't go back for it wisely as Catalyst was kind of already there. And Ludafisk has an opportunity to get the game close to a tie here. It's 4-3 with 30 seconds left. They may be content with just tying the half here if they can get another cap here in the last 30 seconds.
Then you just blame it on Remo Slice.
Absolutely. Tries to just push in a cap hard. Not always the wisest decision, as my second girlfriend would tell you.
Okay.
And with 8 seconds left,
I see what you mean chronologically second girlfriend and not like my second house second girlfriend.
Little column A, little column B. But in all honesty, really unfortunate there for Lag Prone. They were able to make a closer second half, but after that just absolute mental breakdown in the first half, they're not able to come back from it.
Yeah, that is just hard to manage. They did it the first game, but it was a lot more to come back from the second game, and just not enough time on the clock.
And some quick stats to review. 4-3 that second half with CAC Boosters taking the advantage. Great job by them. Just holding off Lag Prone, as they were able to put a couple caps on the board, but never get the momentum they would need to tie it up.
Do we want to see if we can get Franz in here for an interview?
Yep, I'm happy to do that. Just go over a couple of the key stats for this last half for me.
Let's just look at that second half real quick. A little bit quieter with just the 4-3 game. Pups, Lag Prone did pick up pups towards the end, managing 5 pups out of the 20. So just a quarter of the pups, that's 5 to 15. And that's not going to win you a whole lot of points. CAC Boosters playing a little bit safer, just kind of holding the flag for a lot of that. Actually, only about 4 minutes of hold for CAC Boosters versus maybe 5 minutes of hold, 4.5, I guess, for Lag Prone. So, not holding the entire time, but I do see a fair bit of prevent on protagonists, actually. I'm seeing 7 minutes of prevent from protagonists, so that, should have played into potentially a few more caps or capping opportunities. It's a shame that they just weren't able to capitalize on it. I guess there was the swap where Remo Slice dropped out and Ludafisk came in, so I don't have his numbers in front of me. But it seems like they could have made that sub a little earlier and maybe gotten things moving.
It looks as though Franz ran away. I'll be right back to talk to a captain of one of the teams real quick. Once again, thank you, Nilton, for taking a look at the stats. And
Yeah, why don't you strike Fly in?
Okay.
We'll get this going soon.
And
Fly, there she is.
Hi.
welcome, Fly. Coming off of a Game 2 win after an unfortunate comeback. Lagpro probably doesn't think it's unfortunate, as your team does, though.
What?
The first
Comeback?
game, the
Yeah.
loss of the first game, I think is what he's referring to. Because remember
Yeah.
the first
Remember
game
when
you were
we
up.
were winning and then we lost? Yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
But Fly, how do you feel your team did during the second game to come back, and even the second half of that first half on Rush, where you guys were down 3-0 and able to put up 7 caps in the last 5 minutes?
Well, our whole thing coming into the halftime was that we can't like. We've had so much success over the season. We haven't had like a ton of adversity. Like we haven't really lost any halves. I lost my first half tonight, but like we haven't had any opportunities really where we've like been down or like needed to do stuff like that. So coming off of that tilt when we ended up losing and just not being able to recover from that was like, okay, we need to stay chilly. We need to make sure that we're a team that can be great all the time, but if something goes wrong, we can still be great. So I was a little worried after the first 3 minutes. I was concerned that we wouldn't be able to be in the right mindset, but we ended up coming right back, and it was I think the most important half of the season that we've played. The comeback, I think the comeback in that first half on Rush was kind of a defining moment for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's really great for a team to know that they can handle adversity, and you guys, while you haven't had a lot of opportunities for that, you've definitely shown that when the situation is tough, you certainly can put caps on the board and come back to win the game.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what more to say to that.
Who do you feel was a standout player for y'all tonight?
I was pretty happy with how Cat came in. We were supposed to play Ishii all night. I played with Ishii all night, and then he wasn't really feeling up to play Rush, so Cat came in and did great, which was really exciting.
Yeah, we did notice that Ishii quit very quickly, even before the first game ended.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little salty?
Yeah, I mean, he's
It's
only
okay.
been on great teams, right? Like, Blockwork Orange was a great team. They didn't lose much. We didn't lose much, so not really losing a lot is kind of his thing. But I've had, a few of those, like, minor seasons of struggle, riding the bench. He hasn't really had that, so I think he just has to, like, kind of take the opportunity to learn from what failure feels like.
Yeah. And, he could have been part of that comeback.
Yeah. But, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. How are you guys looking forward to the playoffs coming in as the number 1 seed? Is anything gonna change in your preparations, or is it mostly gonna be the same old day in and day out for the CAC boosters?
I don't really know because, every time that we think we're going to like narrow down the rotation and stop rotating as much as we do, we don't. I mean, we had a little bit less rotation tonight. I think we only played 6 people, and a lot of the times we've been doing like 8 people or everyone. So, I don't know. We're really like map focused. People play on whatever map they're good at. There's not really a top 4. So I guess it kind of depends on how the map bans and picks go. So I guess it'll depend. I think we're excited. It's unfortunate that the only 2 games we've lost have been against Base Gods like Prone. So I think some people in our team are a little bit concerned about that, but I don't really think it makes a big deal, especially if we didn't get swept by anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost more concerning to lose against bad teams.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, is that I was talking about is like, okay, so we lost to Prone, great, but if you're doing in the playoffs, like, if you don't lose a game in the playoffs, it's almost weirder, right? Like, if you're dominant enough to completely sweep through the playoffs, that's really impressive, but more likely than not, you're going to drop a game, right? And so it's way more important to be able to come back from that and win the next game, and you're 2 out of 3, than just completely lose it. So I wanted to focus on that as like a playoff indicator rather than losing a game to someone. It's the being able to adjust from it.
Definitely an important mindset to get across in the team.
And one last question for me, Fly. What is the best meme and why is it Quack?
Cack? It's not Quack, it's Cack. I don't know, I'm not a big memer. I think it's kind of dumb. I feel like it's a bad thing to say. I know a lot of people really like their like Tag Pro memes and like think it's hilarious, but I've never been like a huge fan of them. So
Pithy would like us to ask you about your CRCF application.
my CRC application.
I think that's what he's talking about, unless you also applied to the CRCF.
I mean, I applied to pretty much everything Tag Pro related.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah, so, it's exciting. I don't know. I mean, they obviously reopened it after I was apparently, or I don't know if it was specifically me. People made it seem like that I was the only qualified candidate, and that's why they were, forced to reopen it. I don't really know. I mean, I'm not going to flatter myself, but you got some more people applying, which is fun. I don't know.
Nice.
I just it's been the last 2 seasons. I played this season 7 or season 8 for season 9. Felt wrong not to apply for season 10.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, they'll give it to you, just like
that's what you
the
think,
Republican
right?
nomination. That's how it works.
I finally stuck around long enough this time, right? Like Nash withdrew. Like I just stuck around long enough to get it, and they decided that it wasn't gonna happen.
Pretty soon, in another 10 years, you'll get it, but there'll be like one MLTP team, and there'll be like 2 people on it,
Exactly.
and one of them will be you.
Maybe I'll start like a new.
It'll be
league for
you
Tag
in
Pro
private
Next.
major.
Ooh, that'll be fun. I mean, I gotta, control the West Coast bias, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's overwhelming. I mean, if we're plugging league stuff, USKO, right? Coming up, Nilfin, you excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
USKO 11, I think this Friday.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. And
Sign
then
up, fam.
USCM will Fresh Ping be able to pull off the first Grand Slam, because they've won the last 3. They win one more.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's fun talking to you guys.
Thank you so much, Fly, for joining us. Fly of the CAC Boosters, coming back to split after a disappointing Game 1 loss. Thank you so much for joining us today, Fly.
Alright, plot for CRC.
Alright, so thank you everyone who tuned in. It was great to have you with us today. Thank you to Pithy for running the stream and surviving his multiple aneurysms, Nolfin for his co-commentary, and Adarsh for helping out with chat and for running the Jump Up Challenge for us. If you like the stream, make sure to follow us on Twitch, Minor League Tag Pro Live, and our sister channel, MLTP Live. If you like, we'll always give you entertaining, high-quality broadcasts every single Monday. I'm Second Skin. We'll see you all next week.
Have a good one, folks.